Hello students, I am Rajiv Jha. This is fifth video on series of basic electrical engineering. In this video, I am going to explain Kirchhoff current law, and for better understanding of concept, I take GATE previous year questions. So then let's continue. So in this video, we are going to discuss how we use the KCL for solving the electrical network. Okay, here we will take previous year GATE questions and solve that questions and learn the how we implement the concept of Kirchhoff current law for solving the network. Okay, so here you see we have a three question. This is the question number 1, 2, 3. All three questions are, you can say, are coming from the previous GATE exam question actually in GATE 2004. Okay, the question number 1 asked, and in 2004 also the question number 2 asked, and both questions paper the question paper was designed by the IIT Delhi, and in question number 3 that was asked by the IIT Madras in 2000 GATE 2003 actually. Okay, so let's start one by one question. Okay, so this is the first question, and here we see the how in what way, in what approach we will have to solve the electrical network by using of Kirchhoff current law. Okay, here you see the network, a 100-volt source is connected with the 10 ohm, and one resistance is connected in parallel with the 10 ohm. Okay, and a 2 ampere current is flowing through this R ohm resistance. So we will have to calculate the resistance, the value of, you can say, have to calculate the resistance value. So here we see the first step is, first you will have to find out which method will be easy for solving this network. Okay, if you know only two method right now, either you know the KVL method, second one is the KCL method. So first of all, when you see the network, you just imagine which method is good for you, and this will, you can say, this will come into your mind when you solve a lot of questions. That means it is a full of practice. If you solve many questions, then at that time, whenever you see the question, you have automatically, you intended, or you have invented that this method is more easy as compared to previous one. But I will try to give some step through which, if you follow that step, then you will definitely got the, you can say, uh, easy solution. Okay, because in from both way you can solve this network. Either you use the KVL, or you use the KCL. From both way you can solve the network, but one of the easy one is good actually, because a lot of mistake avoided when you choose the easy method for the particular network. Okay, so here you see, so first find out which method will be easy for solving this network. Here we see, if I choose KVL method for solving this network, then we know here two equation we have to find out, because we have two loop. Okay, loop number 1, loop number 2. So we have two loop here. So that's why, if you have a two loop, that mean, here you see, this is like, here you see there is a one loop and there is another loop. So through this two loop, that mean number of loop is equal to number of equation. Okay, you know already. So whatever the number of loop you have, the number of equation will be, should have equal actually. So here you see there is a two loop, that means there is a two number of equation we have. Okay, if we use the KVL equation. Okay, if we use the KCL equation, so KCL always follow the nodes. So in this whole circuit we have a two node, node number 1 A and node number to B. But here you see only one node. By the help of only one node we can solve the problem, okay, by using of KCL. So here we see only one equation required to solve this network, okay. So from this way you can say you can select which method is appropriate for solving the network actually, okay. So this is the our first step, which method is appropriate, okay, because in KVL you see number of loop here is 2, so the number of equation is 2. Second step, when you find out, okay, if you find out here the KCL equation, the KCL method is good, or you can say more easy as compared to KVL equation, so we will further take the another step, the step number 2, find out number of nodes and assume voltage on that node. So here you see there is a two node, okay, we talk about. So this node is all called the grounding actually, okay. So the value of this node voltage is always 0, okay, this node is always 0. So we so it is you can say we have it have given by the network that the second node is always 0, okay. So the first node here is A, so we will have to, you can say, consider this A node a voltage, that is VA, we consider like this actually. So next one is, what is the third step? The third step is, you have seen we a VA or we include here, okay, V, this is the second step. The third step is assume all current going from the nodes actually. So that mean here we consider whatever you can say we select the node, we select this node. So from this node, if you are stand at this node, if you are take the position on this node, then you see all nodes or current should be going towards going from your side, okay, going from your side. So this is called the you can say from this way we select the direction of current, okay. So step number 3 is basically how to select the direction of current. So you always select the direction of current by standing on that node, okay, and always try to select that that direction which is going from your you can say from your nodes, or you can from your position, okay. So that this direction, but except one condition. What condition is, if somebody says, or if network already declare that this current is uh, going towards the nodes, in that case you always write that equation into that direction, or you can say you always choose that direction, okay. That mean if any branch direction of current are given already, okay, then that direction should not be changed. That means you will have to assume that direction, okay. If any network have given some direction, okay, already declared some direction, then you will have to choose that direction, and other branches you can choose that you can choose as you think or as you see actually, okay, you can choose it. But if somebody declare, if some branch declare their current direction, in that case you will have to follow that current, okay. So write down KCL equation, that is incoming current equal to outgoing current. Here you see all current are outgoing current, so we can write it that incoming current equal to 0 and outgoing current equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So we can say I1 plus I2 plus I3. So how we just repeat the step number 1, to find out, to select out which method is suitable for the electrical network. Step number 2, to find out or to notate the voltage on that particular node. Step number 3, to find out the current direction, and it is always assumed that if you are in the position on that node, then all direction of the current should be, or should assume as, it is going from your side, or you can say going from the node. Okay, so this is called the outgoing current. Okay, it should be, it looks like a outgoing current from the node. Okay, fourth one step is write down the KCL equation. So KCL equation, we know how we get the KCL or Kirchhoff current law. That is, law is incoming current should be equal to outgoing current, or we can say the summation of all current should be equal to 0. Okay, so here we can say I1 plus I2 plus I3 equal to 0. The next one is, so from this way we can solve it. Now we are going to solve it by using of Ohm's law. Okay, so I1 plus I2 plus I3 equal to 0. What is the value of I1? Okay, look at this. The value of I1 is 2. So we write it down 2, because the same direction in the network, this network is also noted the same direction whatever you choose. So you can write it down like this. Okay, 2. Then plus V minus 100 divided by 10. In that case, it is V by 10. Okay, V by 10. So this is the second, actually, V minus 100. Why it is minus? Because you see plus minus. So the potential, because here you just assume that the V potential is higher than the 100 potential. Because of this, the current is flowing or choosing this path. Okay, so because of this, if you want to calculate the potential difference, then we can say V minus 100 divided by 10. 10 is the resistance, and this is nothing, just a Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? V upon R equal to I. Okay, so this is called the Ohm's law. So V minus 100 divided by 10 plus, now the third branch we will talk about, I3. Okay, so here V upon 0, this one is called the zero voltage. Okay, this node is called the zero voltage. So the current is flowing from V minus 0. Okay, divide by 10. So we can say, we can write it like this, write it like V upon 10 equal to 0. So after that we solve this and we will get the voltage value. The voltage value is V equal to 40 volt. Okay, what is our target? Our target is to find out the resistance value. Okay, this is our target. Actually, the problem asked for the resistance value. So the resistance value, how can we get the resistance value? We get the voltage value. Okay, so by using of Ohm's law, we know V upon R equal to I1. Okay, V upon R equal to I1. So we will get the value of 40 volt, and the R, the you can say R, the value we want to calculate, and I1 we already given actually in the question, that is 2 ampere. Okay, so here 2 equal to 40 divided by R, and then you can calculate R equal to 20 ohm. Okay, through this is the easy way through which we have to choose first question. In a first question, you only one source, voltage source we have taken, and we learned how the KCL, you can say KCL method, will be implemented on the network for solving the equations. Okay, so the second question, here you see there is some complication occur. Okay, we have chosen two voltage source actually. One is voltage source, second one is the current source. Okay, now we have questions. In the figure, the value of source voltage V is, that means we want this voltage. Okay, so how can we calculate the this voltage? So first of all, you first choose, okay, which method is suitable for solving this. So if you use the KVL method, then this current source may get some problem. Okay, and or you can say it may be some tough, you can say complexity we have generated here by using of KVL equation. There's a two reason, because here you see there is a two equation we have drawn here, and second one is the current source. Due to this current source, we do not want to choose the KVL equation or KVL method here. So you can say by KCL method we can solve it. So step 1 is completed here. Step 2, what is the step 2 actually? The step 2 is you will have to follow, you will have to make some voltage. Okay, so the node voltage actually. So here you see there is only one node here, so the node voltage is A, so we can call it VA. Okay, so this node voltage is VA. Here I can also write it, this node voltage is VA. So this one is the you can say second step. Third step is to draw the uh, KCL. Okay, KCL method. What is the KCL method? In first of all, we will have to assume the direction of current. Okay, so if you are standing on A, then all current should be, you can say, should be opposing to, or you can say going from your side. Okay, going outward from your side, from the node. So here you choose the direction of this and this. So if you choose the direction of this, then here you see the already whatever told earlier, this current, direction of the current is this, is given by the questions. Okay, is given by the question. So you will have to consider, you will have to put your -2 here. Okay, either you change your direction. Okay, if you change the direction of like this, then it is okay. But if you say, okay, I have one thumb rule, I make only one thumb rule, whenever the node is I find out the node, then at that case we just consider all current will going from the node. If you make this thumb rule, then it is okay. If any current direction is given to that particular branch, then that current value, you change that current value from plus to minus. Okay, so if 2 ampere is given and the direction is opposite, whatever you choose, whatever you assume, in that case you only put -2 here. Okay, we will see how it is happened actually. So just calculate the KCL here. So first of all, see what in which branch the current is given, 2 ampere is given. So we can write it like -2 plus VA, this one is 0 because this is grounding. So VA divide by 6. So this current is we will get. Okay, and this current is get by, you can you see here, actually this current, the direction of current is this, and you choose direction of current is opposite. So in that case it is also -1. So through -1 you change your direction according to your assumption. Okay, so you can change it. So this one is -1 and this one is -2, -1 -2, so it is -3, and this is VA by 6. So you can you here you will get the voltage value 18 volt. Okay, so at terminal A you will get the voltage 18 volt. Okay, so it's this 18 volt minus V is the source voltage, because in question we want source voltage. Okay, so now we see we will get the VA. Okay, so VA minus V divided by 6 equal to VA, because we think that this is VA is the greater than V. So we include this VA minus V divided by 6. Okay, so we make this equation VA minus V divided by 6, which is equal to -2. Why it is -2? Why I put -2 here? Because in question the direction is given like this. Okay, like you can say anti-clockwise, and we have you can say, or you can say incoming towards the node, but we assume the current will outcoming or outgoing towards the nodes, from the nodes actually, outgoing from the nodes. So that's why we choose here, or we will write it down -2. So VA minus V divided by 6. So here we just put the value of 18 minus V divided by 6 equal to -2, then we will get the value of voltage 30 volt. Okay, so here you see you will get the voltage of 30 volt, and 30 volt is greater than 18 volt. So that means whatever we choose the direction is, doesn't matter for us. Okay, we can calculate the right voltage. Okay, so because 30 volt is greater than VA, that's why the current direction is this. So the next one is, next question we will discuss some more complications occurred actually. So in this question we will see in the figure the potential difference between P and Q. P and Q, the potential difference we want between P and Q. So first of all, step 1, we follow which method is suitable for this. Here you see, if you choose the KVL method, so this current source get interrupted here, and because of this current source the more complications happened if you calculate KVL. If you calculate if you get the solution from the KVL method. Okay, so that's why you choose the KCL method. First of all, we decide step from the step 1. Second, step 2, what you do actually, find out the node. Okay, so we get the node here. There is a 3 node, 1 2 3, and this node is always we can talk about that this node is like a grounding, so it is always 0 volt. Okay, so the next one is, whatever we get the node, we will have to consider their voltage. At node P, the voltage is Vp. At node, okay, I will show by zoom. At node P, okay, this is Vp. At node R, this is Vr, and here you see whatever the voltage of Vr is equal to 10 volt, because it is a voltage source connected at this node actually. So at node Q, the value is Vq. Okay, if we consider it first, then come to this actually. So then what, when you select the node voltage, after that what happened, you each and every node you follow, you can say you put the KCL equation, KCL law over there. Okay, so how you write the KCL equation at node P? Okay, you see here, at node P KCL apply. So we see here there is a three current is the three branch is connected from P. Okay, so now when you on the P, you see all current should be go from the go outward from the node. Okay, so I1 I2 I3. So we just calculate I1 plus I2 plus I3 equal to 0. I1, what is the value of I1? I1, you see the value is 2 ampere and the same direction is, so we can write is plus 2. Okay, what is the value of I2? I2, here is the I2. So you see V, here is the 10 volt. Okay, VR is the 10 volt. So 10 volt, and this is the Vp. So Vp minus 10 divided by 2. Okay, so we can say this is the I2 current flow here, plus I3 Vp divided by 8. So this one is 0 actually. So Vp minus 0 divided by 8 is called the I3. When you solve this, you will get the value of Vp, that is 24 divided by 5. Okay, 24 divided by 5 volt. The next one is down, the next I have taking the node Q. Okay, at node Q, here we will also apply the KVL. Okay, so KCL, sorry, KCL, we will apply the KCL here. Okay, okay, so by KCL we can see I4 I5 I6, these are add up. Okay, the same thing happened, same assumption I have taken, all current go from the node. Okay, go outward from the node. So I4, what is the value of I4 here? Here you see the direction of I4 and is different what is given in the network. So I have here written as I4 equal to minus 2. Second one is I5. So we see here I5 is this branch current actually. So I5 I have seen here VQ minus 10 divided by 4. Okay, VQ minus 10 divided by 4. Third one is I6. I6 is, here you see there is a 0 volt. So VQ minus 0 divided by 6. VQ minus 0 divided by 6. So we keep VQ by 6 equal to 0. So through this we make the calculation and get the value of VQ, that is 9 cross 6, that is 54. 54 divided by 5 or 10.8 volt. Okay, so we want a question asked, what is the difference between, or you can potential difference between P and Q. So potential difference between P and Q, that means we want PQ. So what is PQ actually? PQ is equal to VP minus VQ. Okay, so here we get the voltage of VQ, that is 24 divided by 5, and second we will get the voltage of VQ, that is 54 divided by 5. So then after we subtract this, and we will get the minus 30 divided by 5, that means we will get the value of minus 6 volt. So from this way we have learned how to implement the KCL in a network, and how to choose the you can say KCL over the KVL actually. And there is a lots of you can say complexity, but I tried to solve, or you can say to give you concept, a little bit concept about this network in my upcoming lecture actually, where I have given you some of the tips through which you will learn, you will solve this network as fast as possible. Okay, so this is all for today lecture. Thank you. So that's it of this video. I hope you like this video. If you have any queries or questions, mail me on this email ID. I will definitely provide you a good solution. At the last, thank you for watching my video. If you have any queries, or if you have any suggestions, write it on the comment box also. Thank you.